Welcome back, everyone. So, to summarize, you probably remember recently there was very heavy rains, it was very hot and humid, but the rains were much worse down south, or particularly in Cheongju. There was flooding, a lot of roads were closing, even, you remember, some people died in a tunnel. And so the government was issuing warnings and advising people not to travel to certain places. So a couple had booked a guest house in a particular region that they were going to struggle to get to because of the flooding. Also, even if they managed to get there, everything in that region had closed down and they wanted to cancel their holiday. So they contacted the guest house that they had booked and they checked the sort of online agreement they'd made, and it said they could get a refund if there was an act of God, which refers to, sudden and sort of unpredictable bad weather or earthquakes or,
any natural
disasters. But the guest house replied that actually that they weren't going to give a refund, and despite that clause in the agreement that had been made, the road near their hotel, their guest house, wasn't flooded. Therefore, they still had to pay and they still had to come if they wanted to use it. So they complained to the FTC. What does it stand for?
I think it's Federal Trade Commission.
Federal Trade Commission.
Does that
sounds right?
Korea Federal Trade Commission. Yeah, I think so.
Whoever the government body.
Finance Trade Commission.
Maybe. The government body that deals with trade deals to say to show them that the agreement they'd made and say that they wanted a refund, but actually even the Commission said no, it's not a legally binding agreement that you've made, so. Yeah, you can't get a refund still.
But, yeah, they what is it? They recommend that people do this for acts of God.
Yes, it's more of a guideline rather than a rule.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So, a bit of a depressing scenario. Certainly it will make me think twice when I'm making bookings or ordering things in Korea in the future. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to understand the Korean legal system a bit more. And I feel like if I was doing anything more that required more legal action, I would almost call or text or whatever, any sort of lawyer friend I have and be like, I don't mind paying you, I just need you to make this work according to Korea law, because I think our expectations are not always met.
Yes. And I think the person mentioned in the article was Korean as well, so they were clearly unclear about how the legal system works in this case.
Got to be a lawyer, I guess.
Have you ever had to cancel any travel plans? Was it due to a natural disaster or maybe something else?
Yeah, cancel travel plans. It was a disaster. My brother didn't get his passport in time. Which is a personal disaster, but still one nonetheless. Not natural, though. No. It was quite made solely and completely 100% by the US government, which is still mad at you, by the way. Not just for the passport, though. So that was canceled because of that, but typically, no. I've never had bad weather or acts of God or any sort of disaster cancel travel plans. My plans for Halloween were upset.
Oh, yes.
Because of the Halloween disaster, but...
Is it a natural
It's not natural,
disaster?
No. It was... are humans natural?
Well, I suppose we are part of the natural environment. Maybe we can. I was thinking last April, not the one, April 2022, I caught COVID when 6 days before I was supposed to fly to England. So I had to cancel that flight and book a later one. Surely COVID counts as a natural disaster.
I think so, yeah. Naturally, it was definitely natural according to a lot of people, and definitely man-made according to some.
Are we conspiracy theorists or not?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a dispute with a merchant, trying to claim a refund, maybe struggling to get your money back?
So this was, So what happened is I went to Vietnam, and I'm sure there's a lot of wonderful things in Vietnam, but one thing that was difficult is dealing with money.
Okay.
But one particular thing actually got me quite hot in the collar.
Oh.
Online, you can book a sort of taxi type thing to bring you from one city to another, and that's what we did. And online, you can pick the option, please drop me off a little bit further into the city because that's where my hotel is, type thing. So we picked that option. That is an extra, I think it was an extra like, I don't know, $2, $3. Like not much. So we were like, let's just do it because we don't want to walk or take a taxi. So we did that. During the trip, we had to stop for gas or something. I don't remember. We had stopped for some reason. And the guy came back and said, oh, you need to pay now for this extra adding charge. I was like, okay, here you go, because we added it. We get to the city and they say, okay, it's time to get off. And I was like, I know that I was warned, I need to check the map. So I checked the map, very far from the destination. And I told them, no, you have to bring me here, I paid you. And we had a, like 20-minute long argument about either give me my money or bring me there. And I refused to get out of the car. Finally, another Vietnamese who spoke better English came and kind of translated through the situation, and they brought us to the destination.
Win-win
Scam avoided.
Good job for standing your ground.
I was so upset at that. Still am, apparently.
No, well, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Why in every country? It's
I know.
The taxi drivers.
I don't. What is it?
Taxi drivers.
It doesn't matter where you go. You're going to get scammed.
Okay, while I calm John down, you guys go and check out the vocabulary. Try and learn some. Try not to get too mad with it all. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic.
Inaccessible.
Inaccessible.
Landslide.
Landslide.
Sensible.
Sensible.
Loophole.
Loophole.